Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it is Friday, April 8th, and it is another episode of the Piledriver.
And if you're not down with that, we got 2 words for you.
Suck it!
That was awesome.
What is up, baby?
That was in memory of Triple H.
Yes.
Who laid the boots down over the weekend, buddy.
Man.
Oh, man, we got a lot of stuff.
As much as we knew it was coming.
Oh, yeah.
We
got a lot of stuff to get into, and that's definitely one of them. But how are you? How are you this week,
I'm good,
friend?
man.
It's good to see you again.
Still getting over that WrestleMania hangover. It was a great weekend of wrestling. We're going to go over the picks. We're about to crown the inaugural Piledriver Predictions Champ.
First ever Piledriver Champion.
It went down to the wire.
It did go down to the wire.
It went down to the wire. WrestleMania as a whole. I think both nights were incredible.
Yeah, let's talk about it real quick as a whole, because I'm down for that. I even said something to you before the podcast. As a whole, I want to know what your grade. Give me a 1 out of 5. 5-star being the best. This is a Dave.
Can I give him a half?
Oh yeah, you can give him a half. You can give him a 3.5. Sure.
I'm gonna give it a 4.5.
4.5. 4.5.
This is the first WrestleMania in a few years that I've actually been fully entertained from start to finish.
110% agreed.
Like everything. Logan Paul was very impressive.
Logan Paul killed it, and then the
Johnny Knoxville
whole
match was freaking great.
Oh my god, dude! When Party Boy came out, it was fucking hilarious. He's dancing, and I knew he was gonna strip. I knew it. I was waiting for it. I was like, when's Sami gonna get far enough away from him for him to rip his clothes off?
And we had Wee Man do
My favorite meme of that whole weekend was, I'm going to tell my friends or my kids that this is Hulk Hogan body slamming Andre the Giant.
Wee Man body slammed Sami Zayn, and it was great.
It was nice. It was a good tuck body slam. He held him for a second, threw him down.
The one that stole the show out of all of them? Pat McAfee, bro.
Bro.
GOAT.
I mean, I can't even say he stole the show, though, because...
I'm talking about out of the celebrity matches.
We knew what Pat McAfee was capable of.
Oh, for sure. If you followed him in the NXT matches...
So, coming into War Games and all that, my man did the swanton off the top of the cage. You know, it's Pat McAfee. I knew he was capable of this greatness.
What can't this dude do?
I knew it. So, that's not really that surprising in my book.
I mean, yeah.
I agree. Before we get into WrestleMania, I do want to talk about a couple other surprises that happened over the weekend.
Okay.
At one Ring of Honor Supercard, we had FTR take the Ring of Honor tag team titles from the Briscoes.
Sure the hell did, which was a hell of a match.
And that was a great match. But that wasn't the only surprise that happened that night.
No, it wasn't. Tell the people.
We had an ROH original show up. I call him Samoa Joe. I will always call. I don't know why. It's
really?
Yeah, I'm Samoa Joe.
Samoa Joe.
If Samoa Joe, he will always, dude. Coquina Clutch came out,
and the pop he got.
The pop was phenomenal. The pop he got on Dynamite was just as big.
Oh my god, well deserved.
So,
well deserved.
Samoa Joe shows up and basically challenges Jonathan Gresham for the title. I would assume at this point it's going to be Samoa Joe.
That's what.
So
well, it looks like we're going to go through. He's going to have to go through Jay Lethal first.
I think he'll squash Jay Lethal, but that'll be a great match because
for sure.
Jay Lethal's his student, so to speak.
But
fucking
what a great debut. Come to find out, Samoa Joe is going to be on both Ring of Honor and AEW, which is exciting. A side note, Supercard of Honor had over 20,000 pay-per-view sales, which is very impressive compared to what they were doing as far as numbers previous. So the Tony Khan Ring of Honor era started off with a bang.
Dude, my favorite part of Tony Khan was Tony Khan coming out behind Samoa Joe
and hugging
him and like,
I love his energy.
Like he was so excited that he was like
energy,
Samoa Joe's here. Like that is just phenomenal. It
was so genuine. Like you can't help but smile, man. You got to love this guy's passion for the business. Dude is
I love Tony Khan.
I do too. Tony, we love you, bro.
He's up in arms right now because of all the fake Twitter accounts, where it's just real Twitter accounts, but they put his name as their name, so it says Tony Khan, and you have to really look at their @ to see what that is, and it's not Tony Khan.
Yeah.
But dude, during WrestleMania, a couple of them got Lil J with like they were Vince McMahon. You know what I'm saying? It said Mr. McMahon or chairman of the board or whatever his really does say. And they were tweeting crap. And he was like, look. Oh, damn, dude, it's fake. You know, like.
Little J, man. Come on, bro.
But no, I was like, it looked real. Scrolling through Twitter on WrestleMania night, it looked like it was really Vince McMahon. And it was cool.
We're going to talk about Vince McMahon.
But let's get into it. Let's get into it first. We're going to get into Stand and Deliver. We won't spend too much time on it. We'll get to picks.
Yep.
So, the first match, we had Toxic Attraction versus returning Raquel and Dakota for the tag team titles. You picked Raquel and Dakota. You were correct. I picked Toxic Attraction.
Get to this a little bit later. I'm puzzled by this.
Yeah. Then you had Gunther versus LA Knight. We both picked Gunther, so scores 1-1. We had Mandy Rose, the 4-way, Io, Cora Jade, and Kaylee Ray. Mandy Rose retains.
She showed why she's
the
girl of NXT, man.
Now I want to talk about this.
It's Mandy's show.
Tommaso Ciampa versus Tony D'Angelo.
Man.
So I'm at Little J's house for WrestleMania, and we're talking about this. And even Yo Paulie would say it. You can't you can't win your last match. It's supposed to be a passing of the torch, right? We both picked Tommaso Ciampa to win this match, which is dumb on our parts, for real, if we think about it.
We put our emotions in that pick.
But you are correct. We did put our emotions into the pick. Now let me get into this. I'm not too familiar with Tony D'Angelo. I'm not familiar with his body of work.
Me neither.
But let me tell you, he does not look like the next Tommaso Ciampa. Because that's what you're supposed to. That's who you're supposed to lose your last match to, right? Is the guy that you're passing the torch to.
Yeah, it was a weird pairing.
So we both picked wrong. Whatever. Great match by both of them, for real. Tommaso Ciampa carried this guy the whole match, but other than that, whatever.
And emotional at the end. Ciampa was walking back to the apron, and Triple H's music comes out. They share a moment.
They did share a moment, and that was beautiful because Tommaso Ciampa is basically the end of the NXT era.
Yeah.
Of our NXT era, anyways. It's now NXT 2.0.
We missed the black and gold, man.
So, moving on to my opinion, was the best match of the night. The NA title match was what they started the show off with. Was fantastic. It was a fantastic match.
Which we had a feeling it would.
We did say it. So, I went for a bloodline-filled weekend. So, I picked Solo Sikoa. He did not win, however. He did do some craziness.
That dude's a monster.
He's great. He is going to be fantastic.
I'm waiting for a Braun Breaker versus
Solo Sikoa. That'd be sweet. You picked Santos Escobar, who also did some craziness, including the sunset flip powerbomb off the top of the ladder.
Dope, dude. That was
fantastic spots all around in this match. But the winner...
To the moon!
To the moon. I'm surprised I didn't pick him too, man.
I'm not even mad about it.
I'm not even mad about
it because
I'm surprised I didn't pick him because of the fact that
he was
that's my guy.
He was the wild card going.
That's my guy. But Grimes wins, so congratulations to Cameron Grimes, or Grimes. He's not even called Cameron Grimes anymore. And then we had the tag team title match, which my team won. I picked MSK to win, so they did win. So I got the point there. Congratulations to MSK. And then they fired Nash Carter.
Which I've heard some new...
And we'll talk about that. We'll get into that. We got that going too. But so they did win the tag team titles.
Yep.
And then moving on to the end of the night, you got Dolph Ziggler versus Braun Breaker. I stuck it, as I'm doing again tonight. I hope my Cavs are winning. I haven't checked the score in a while. We were down 4 to the Nets. So hopefully we pull it out.
Come on, Cavs.
But I picked Dolph. Dolph wins. Braun Breaker loses, and I take the lead on Stand and Deliver. 4 points to 3.
We'll talk about that too, because it's another puzzling thing for me as well.
So you can go ahead and read night 1, my guy.
Side note: before we move on to night 1, did you see? What are your thoughts on the new NXT titles?
They look all right.
It's basically the same.
Yeah.
Mandy debuted the new.
It's got a white strap.
It's got a white strap, and they added color around the X.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I dig it. So we're moving on to night 1. We started off. We're not going in order by match.
Yeah, it's not match order.
On our list, we had Becky versus Bianca, which was a damn good match.
Which I'm pissed about because I changed my pick at the last minute. Look, it's crossed off.
Damn good pick.
I should have picked her too.
I picked Bianca,
I kept it because we wanted to keep it separate. So yeah,
Bianca had another WrestleMania moment, which I knew she would, and it was well deserved. Well deserved. That was a hell of a match.
Yes.
So. The next we got Miz and Logan Paul going against the Mysterios.
What a fire match. Lucha Logan, baby.
Man, he was impressive, dude. And you know MSK was the ones that kind of trained him too. So
it's about time. Well, that's because they're local too. To us.
Logan did the Three Amigos.
Dude,
he got on the top rope, did Eddie shimmy, man, and
he did
a
nice frog splash. Like
nice.
In the last couple years, they've had some solid WrestleMania like celebrity appearances. Nobody will top Bad Bunny for real. If we're being 100% honest. And going into that,
we're not including. I mean, Pat McAfee blows it out the water.
I mean, yeah, he's an everyday wrestler. He's there every day.
He's an exception.
So hopefully he's training. You know what I'm saying? But Bad Bunny is on tour right now. You know what I'm saying? And he just showed up at WrestleMania last year, a month beforehand, and they were like, he trained for a month straight, and Bad Bunny came in and killed it.
Logan, hats off to you,
But
brother.
Logan Paul, I think one of my favorite parts of that whole thing though was Jake Paul. Before WrestleMania was at the booth outside talking shit to fans. He didn't give a dude not one.
He said, "If you boo my brother, we're going."
Yep, we're going round for round right now. We boo my brother,
and he said that he's going to be getting in the ring.
We'll see about that. But Lucha Logan and The Miz win, and then The Miz does what The Miz does best. He turns on Lucha Logan.
Yep. Not surprised.
Leaves him laying, middle of the ring.
You know what pissed me off?
What?
They're both from Cleveland area, and they came out in Steelers colors.
Yep, I agreed with that too. I said that too when we were watching with Lil Jess. They both got black and yellow on. What the fuck is that?
I was so mad about that, but it is what it is. Next, we had Drew McIntyre. We
played rock paper scissors with this one because we didn't care.
We did. And I lost this one.
You did lose this one thanks to the rock paper scissors.
And you know what?
We did have some history in this match. There was history in this match.
There's an important note in this match, though. Drew McIntyre is the very first person to kick out of End of Days.
That's my history. That was the most protected finisher in WWE to this day since he has debuted. Nobody has ever kicked out of the End of Days, and Drew McIntyre is the first one to kick out. I was talking to Jay about it, and I was like, no, and they were like, no way, dude, no way. And I was like, yeah, dude, top two most protected finishers ever are Kenny Omega's One-Winged Angel and Baron Corbin's End of Days. And then as soon as like 5 minutes later, he kicked out of End of Days.
My created character on my rise in WWE 2K22, his finisher's End of Days.
It's such a badass move. I jumped out of my seat. It's such a badass move. I was like,
oh my God.
It's such a badass move. It's ridiculous.
And my son was like, what? I'm like, you would understand. Like, nobody's ever kicked out of this move.
Nobody's ever kicked out.
I couldn't believe it. That was a pretty good match, though. But Drew gets the win. We both, Mike had Drew. I had Corbin because I lost the rock, paper, scissors.
That's right.
Whatever.
That's right.
Next, we had Usos going against Shinsuke and Boogs.
It's a Bloodline weekend.
Which
I want to talk about this.
It was a bet.
I want to talk about this.
It was unfortunate. Boogs had a serious knee injury.
Do you think the match outcome was changed because of his?
It was. I think I'm almost positive they confirmed it.
Okay. I was going to say, yeah, because it looked like they were going to let them win. And then he fell and busted up his knee, and I was like, ooh,
yeah, he tried picking up both Usos.
Can we talk about how they carried him out of the damn arena like it was 1980?
Yeah.
Like they didn't have a stretcher in the back. Like they carried him legitimately right next to the crowd.
Y'all could have done better than that. They had like ridiculous. 6 dudes carrying him out. Like, come on, man. But prayers out to Boogs. I hope you have a speedy recovery. You're going to be out for a while.
We the ones.
Man, we got your back.
Bloodline wins the match.
We knew it was going to happen, though. But apparently, if things didn't go wrong that way, we were both going to be wrong in this match.
Yeah.
From what we're reading. Next, we had Charlotte and Rhonda.
Which we also played rock, paper, scissors for.
Yep.
And I lost.
I won this one.
And picked Rhonda. And oh my God, was it an amazing match. It was actually a really solid match. Like, I wasn't disappointed in this match at all. It was a pretty good match. And it was the match that I was least looking forward to. I'm not a fan, really, of either. I respect them and what they do, but it's not my cup of tea. And they both put on an amazing match, and Charlotte's boob popped out 6 times or something like that. Like, it just kept falling out. What kind of wardrobe malfunction is that?
I didn't even see it first. My girl mentioned it.
What? Dude, it was, and then look, as soon as I said something, like everybody over at Lil Jay's house was all over Twitter looking for it. Like, come on, little boys.
You perverts.
You perverts.
Charlotte retained. But we come
Charlotte
to find out tonight
wins.
that Rhonda is challenging Charlotte for a rematch in an I Quit match.
An I Quit match.
An I Quit match. That's going to be interesting.
Ooh.
That could be interesting. That goes. I don't know what next pay-per-view.
What's the next pay-per-view? I'll have to look it up. It's an obscure one, probably.
Yeah, because then you got Money in the Bank after that. Is it Hell in a Cell?
Might be. No, they wouldn't put Hell in a Cell and then Money in the Bank. It'd be like Payback or something like that.
I heard Hell in a Cell might be the next Saudi show.
What?
Yeah. But next,
dude, it's WrestleMania Backlash is next.
We had Seth versus the mystery opponent, which we knew.
We knew. We called
Cody.
It. We both got a point for picking Cody.
Man, what an ovation he had. Cody got to keep his AEW theme.
All right, first off. Don't you dare discount my boy Seth Rollins' drip. All right? He walked out looking all kinds of fly in the outfit that Charlotte didn't want to wear. With the medieval dude, shirt. I hate it. I was not about his outfit. And normally he looks fly, dog. And I was not about it. Like, he had the blue feathers. Him and Charlotte could have matched. Like,
then he had that, like, see-through medieval looking
t-shirt. Yeah, and then it looked
like
he had mesh down by his crotchal area. Like,
yeah, it was a weird get-up. Not the usual WrestleMania get-up you see from Seth.
I normally get, like, a White Ranger or, Wolverine or something crazy. And Game of Thrones, Kingslayer, like, nothing.
Not what I expected. I was like, okay. But Cody
looked amazing.
He did.
Looked amazing. He looked great, dude. Yeah, as soon as
he had the pop he deserved.
As soon as it hit, Justin or Lil J looked at me and he was like, "Who is it?" And I was like,
"You know who it is."
I was like, "Wrestling has more than one royal family." And then it came over the loudspeaker and he was like, "I was like, it's Cody," and he was like, "No." And then American Nightmare and everything. He got to keep it all.
Which is awesome.
That I agree with that. That's fantastic that he got to keep his name in his whole.
Come to find out, Cody is now the #1 seller on WWE Shop.
Well, of course he is. Did you see his shirt though? His
shirt's awesome.
Badass.
I kind of want him.
The 8-bit one or whatever.
Yeah,
it looks cool.
All of them look good. I don't like how WWE made sure to throw a big ass logo on the arm. They don't do it on any other shirt. But they're like, let me just stamp that. It's like literally it takes up the whole sleeve. Like, come on.
I might get one just because of that.
Cut it off.
All right. So Cody wins. I mean, it was a fantastic match. The Cody cutter was amazing. Did he bust that big Cody cutter off on him? Great. And then he hit him for the trifecta of Rhodes. It was
good. It was a good match.
Why can't I think of the name of his move right now? I totally just blanked. Crossroads. Yep. Jeez Louise, dude.
You made me have a blank.
He hit the trifecta of Crossroads, and it was a great match. He got the win, obviously. So point for both of us in that.
Yep. And the night one, we had the KO show, which turned out more than we expected.
What the fuck? Stone Cold took a damn bump on the concrete, man. Did. Never in my 30 years of life would I ever have thought that Stone Cold was going to wrestle that night.
We didn't even take a guess at that.
Never.
So it was a KO show. We expected them to just brawl it out.
Yeah, I thought they were going to.
He challenged them to a no-holds-barred match.
Dude, and Stone Cold was like, I have my first match in Dallas. It's only fitting to have my last match in Dallas.
You want Stone Cold to have a match here in Dallas? Give me a hell yeah.
And then, of course, the roof blew off the fucking place.
What did you expect?
And Stone Cold Steve Austin's in the building.
They throw the chairs out. Shit gets real. Dude, Stone Cold looked good.
He looked amazing. All right, well, let's get into
the side bet.
Real quick for the side bet. Dean got the extra point because Stone Cold did come out in jeans.
And I got another one.
And he got the other one because Stone Cold did take a Stone Cold Stunner and he did sell it.
He did.
He took a stunner and he got pinned for a 2 count. I mean, I can't ask as Kevin Owens. If Kevin Owens were to leave tomorrow and go to AEW, you could not say that he'd be disappointed with his WWE career.
Hell no.
The fact that Stone Cold Steve Austin trusted him enough to have his last match with him, to be the one to give him that bump on the concrete.
Speaks volumes.
The amount of respect is outrageous.
Side note, Stone Cold drank about 20-some beers throughout the whole match. He went through a damn near whole case.
Yeah, he did.
But it was great. I loved it. And he got a little bit of heat from what I understand because Vince told him specifically, do not throw up any middle fingers. And what did he do?
Of course he did.
He threw some middle fingers up.
Of course he did.
Maybe not as much as we wanted. I see little Jade tweeted out he can't even give out the middle finger.
Well, that's because as soon as he walked out and he walked to the sides of the WrestleMania stage, he did this and he just put the hands up normal. Like it was not this like it should have been. And that's just, the nostalgia there, it needed to be, but whatever. Yeah. It is what it is.
I still
Point total for night one there, sir.
6. Me, 6, and Mike.
So I'm still up by 1.
Still up by 1 after stand and deliver in night 1.
Still
going in. You want to do night 2?
We can go match. Hold on. Perfect.
Okay.
So, Edge, AJ Styles. Great match.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard rumblings. I don't have a name for this new stable, but we now know that Damian Priest is involved, and I've heard rumblings that Rhea Ripley is going to be involved.
Let that happen.
Dude, Edge with them too, Let
that happen.
Dude.
Can we get the new brood, please?
So, Dean picked Edge. I picked AJ. AJ did give a stellar performance. AJ Styles is a god among men in the wrestling ring, in my opinion.
He is.
But he did...
This dude just doesn't slow down.
He did get... Dean get the point there, so that ties it up.
Ties it up.
Ties it up.
Overall. Next, we had the women's tag titles up in line. We had Mella and Zelina versus Naomi and Sasha. Rhea and Liv, who looked amazing, by the way.
Oh, my God, in the bunny
and
suit.
Natty and Baszler.
Dude, TikTok was covered with just girls, gushing over. I'm like, oh, I think I'm lesbian now. What? They came out, it looked, and I even said it, I think I even texted it to you. I was like, it looks like Rhea Ripley's going to bang Liv Morgan after they win this match. Holy crap, dude. It was some S&M
It looks like
legitness.
that scene in Dodgeball when they ordered their uniforms.
And they got the wrong uniforms. Yes. 100%. Dude, I have no idea what the hell was going on.
You picked my original pick, Rhea and Liv.
I did.
So I went with Naomi and Sasha just because. And I was right.
And he takes the lead.
I take the lead. Next, we have Pat McAfee versus Austin Theory.
What a freaking match, dude.
Pat McAfee he never ceases to amaze me.
He takes bumps. He does backflips. I don't know. If you've never been next to a wrestling ring, in real life, and stood on the apron of a wrestling ring, okay?
It's high up.
I can't say that a WWE wrestling ring is the same size as, OCW.
I think it's a little bigger.
Maybe a little bigger, but still. It comes up to here. The top rope is at my neck. And I'm 6 foot tall, so it's not small. Box jump all the way to the top. Just, boop! Like he was a Mario brother.
Like nothing. And then suplex him off the top rope.
It was amazing.
Austin was like, what the...
It was amazing, dude. Mr. McMahon looking on ringside was probably one of the greatest things ever. Pat McAfee gets the dub.
And then fights McMahon.
And then fights Vince McMahon. What? Fights Vince McMahon. Yeah, you heard me right. Vince McMahon took off his business shirt.
Who's still ripped.
With the guns. Vince McMahon.
He's 76 years old.
Is that how I was just about to say? I need to know exactly.
I'm almost positive he's 76.
I'm going to look it up just to double check.
And the man's still jacked. I don't know if you've seen the video that he posted on social media. He squatted almost 1,000 pounds.
Yeah, dude.
If I'm not mistaken. Did one. He just did one. But still, what is a 76-year-old man doing that shit? Bro, you don't need to be doing that. But 76
years old, dude.
I don't know if...
Is your grandpa getting in the ring and taking a stunner? It was the worst
Stone Cold
stunner.
Comes out.
The worst stunner in history, by the way.
And then you see Vince McMahon and Stone Cold. You bring nostalgia back. They share a beer in there, and then he goes for the stunner, and Vince McMahon just flops it.
Biffs it, dude.
Probably the worst looking stunner
of all time.
Big props to
Michael Cole, because when Stone Cold kicked him and Vince stumbled backwards, Michael Cole was like, looks like Mr. McMahon's trying to get away. And it worked because he fell backwards. But, oh, my God, it was the worst stunner of all time. And then Vince didn't even really get stunned and just, straight fell down to his knees and then crumpled like an accordion.
It was bad. And Vince acknowledges it. And he says he doesn't care as long as people enjoyed it and laughed.
Yeah. Okay. So, this one might be up here. top 3 stunners of all time. The Pat McAfee Stunner, after he celebrated with Stone Cold Steve Austin and he drank beers and got on the ropes and cheered and did this, blah, 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 blah. He takes a big drink of beer, catches the kick, stunner, and then Triple H beer sprays everywhere as he's going down. It was amazing.
It was good.
And then he fell out of the ring and he's still drinking beers as Stone Cold's cheering in the ring. Like, the whole segment was
hilarious.
It was amazing.
How about Austin Theory's sell of that stunner?
It was okay. I heard a lot of people saying that it was actually he oversold it, and like I was like, what?
It was kind of like Scott Hall's jump.
I liked Scott Hall's jump. I liked The Rock's super sell. That is, stop being so jaded, people. Like, that Stone Cold Stunner is supposed to rock your world, bro. So when you catch that stunner, if you go flying, hey, shit happens, bro. You call him right on the chin. Woo!
That's my favorite finisher of all time.
I mean, it's hard for me to like the super kick still because it's all over the place. Like everybody uses it as a regular move, and it used to be. Look, I guess it's different when you tune up the band. Yeah. If you tune up the band, it's not a super kick. It's a sweet chin music, and
it's different. It hits different.
So
it hits different.
We both picked Pat. Dean's still up 1 point.
Next, we had Sami Zayn versus Johnny Knoxville. What an entertaining match.
We talked about this earlier, and it was very entertaining.
I loved it.
It was amazing. I said it, too, when I saw them. I was waiting for them. I was waiting for the crew. I thought I was going to sneeze. Excuse me. I was waiting for the crew, and then he walked to the side and said hello to the new guys.
Yep.
Jeff Tremaine, and I forget the new guy, and him and his dad.
Pushed the dude in the face.
Yeah, and he pushed the dad in the face, Sami Zayn did, and, like, it was over after that. The Jackass crew showed up. They jumped the barricade. Even the producer, Jeff Tremaine, got in on the action. It was phenomenal.
It was.
We had props. We had Party Boy.
We had Wee Man.
We had Wee Man.
Doing body slams.
We had this little fancy boot on a stick.
I wish they used that, dude.
He kind of got him with it. The little kick thing.
He was about to. Wee Man took a boot to the face hard.
Dude, monstrous.
Ate every bit of that
kick.
boot.
He don't care, though.
No.
And then,
took it.
Of course, the finale, the giant mousetrap.
That was good, though.
It was great, and I'm proud that he knew how to fix it when it messed up.
Yeah.
Because it messed up, and he was able to fix it and get it to still fall on Sami Zayn, and it still looked like it hit him with some force.
It did. Well done. Overall, well done. The giant hand was my...
Dude, the giant hand. Did you see Mark Henry's tweet?
No.
He put a tweet, and he was like... making talent for generations or something like that because everybody said that was Mae Young's baby. They were like, that's Mae Young's baby. No. And Mark Henry was like, yep, making talent for generations.
That's great.
But I picked Johnny Knoxville. So I'm back up 1 point, baby.
Next one's you, baby.
And then we got the tag team match. RK Bro versus Alpha Academy versus the Street Profits.
And
Dean picked the Street Profits.
I did.
I picked RK Bro to retain.
I'm a Montez Ford fan.
I love him, dude. His frog splash is phenomenal, dude. It's ridiculous.
Clean.
Yeah.
Clean.
RK Bro retains. Great match. It wasn't bad.
Randy didn't turn on him yet.
Nope, did not turn on him. Still loving.
Yep. Next, Bobby Lashley and Omos. I'm pissed about the finish of this. I mean, I picked Lashley. You picked Omos.
Yep.
Lashley won, which I was afraid that was going to happen because you kind of messed the build up of Omos. But we found out.
I wrong too, by the way. I miscounted. We're tied right now with Johnny Knoxville and me winning. All right. So then I got RK Bro, so I'm up 1 right now.
Okay.
You got Bobby Lashley. Tie game.
Which we come to find out on Raw. MVP turns on Lashley.
Yep.
Her business is especially done. And now he's aligned with Omos. I don't know how I feel about it, but we'll see how that turns out. I love MVP. He's a good hype man, but hopefully it's something big for Omos going forward.
Yeah.
We'll find out. But so we're tied going into the main event. Brock versus Roman.
We are tied going into the main event. Right before the main event, you texted me, right? And you asked me what the point total was.
Yeah.
And I told him that it came down the very first Piledriver Championship came down to the very last match on the second day of WrestleMania. How good are we at picking that? We're doing pretty. We're pretty solid.
Pretty good. Which kind of sucks because we all know what the outcome of this match is going to be. But my boy, you are the very first Piledriver picks champ.
This is not the original belt. This is the interim title for now. We're going to get a belt, but this is the interim title for now. I didn't want to.
I know we said we were going to squeeze out some custom prototypes, but
we're working on that. I actually looked at a couple, so I'll talk to you afterwards. So yeah,
a little delayed on it.
But this is the interim Piledriver Championship for now. Acknowledge me.
Absolutely not. But
acknowledge me.
Congratulations, good sir.
Yes. It feels nice to win it first because
I know.
As at running the ropes, I only won the belt one time.
I won it a
billion times. So to win it first,
I'm happy for you.
It's a great honor.
I'm pissed.
And I was stoked because I was. And not only am I glad that I won the title, I'm glad that Roman Reigns won the match because it was the right call. Go back to the podcast last week. Listen to what I said. At the end of the match, the tribal chief will be standing over the beast with both titles in the air.
I'm happy for you, bro.
Thank you, sir.
I'm pissed.
Thank you,
sir. The competitive side of me is pissed. I hate losing at anything, but I'm happy for you.
We the ones.
So, congratulations.
We the ones.
I'm taking that son bitch. Next month, it's mine. But bask in your glory, good sir. Bask in your glory.
I might sleep with it tonight.
I might sleep with it tonight. Stupendous weekend of wrestling. Mike is the new champ, the inaugural champ, first ever.
Woo!
Good for you, buddy.
I'm excited.
So,
all right, let's get into him so I can bring out my other prop that I brought for the show tonight.
What do you want to get into?
Let's talk about him. Nope, I want to talk about him.
Nash?
What do you think about Cody Rhodes? He dropped a nice little promo on Monday. You know, of course, it was 100% scripted. He probably worked on it for months, but it sounded good.
It did sound
good. It sounded good. He's got some. He's able to get that I'm gonna cry maybe, but you don't know that tear jerking emotion that he gets. And then
you're good at that, sir.
And then of course he talks about his dad, and you know, which is WWE legend. So it's not like.
And he said he's gonna bring that title back. Which I'm curious where they're gonna go with this angle with the new title. I've heard several reports that they plan on introducing a new championship title.
What is it going to be? Big
like
gold?
A second championship title.
Like a Universal title?
So they're going to realign the Universal and the WWE Championship.
What I think they should do with that belt, I was talking about it, they should just cut it right in the middle and have half the strap black and half the strap blue.
Maybe make the thing underneath the W
like
blue?
This, yeah, and then have it cut out and have this blue. That would be sweet.
So they're supposed to do that, but I've heard rumblings that they're going to introduce a second championship belt, which I'm curious. I kind of hope they'd bring back like a newer, updated version of maybe the old Winged Eagle or
that would be cool.
Something nostalgic, maybe Big Gold. Bring that back. But I'm curious. I know they're going to run with this angle with Roman with both of these. I've heard big plans that WWE wants him to go out to Hollywood after this, so.
Who, Roman?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, of course.
So
he's going to hang out with The Rock. He was already in a Fast and the Furious movie.
But Roman's going to be on both Raw and SmackDown going forward for now. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with this. But, yeah, Tribal Chiefs, 2 belts.
Chief.
Bloodline 4 belts. It's going down right now.
But what I want to talk about is about Senior Rhodes. And like I said, I brought this other prop today because I feel like this is him. It could be. This should be him. Why not, Dean? Why not? Is my man Cody Rhodes Thanos? Why is he not Thanos? From winning the Indies to Impact to Ring of Honor to AEW to WWE.
Well, he didn't win AEW. He won TNT.
No, just to being in them.
Okay.
He's been in, and I can even take out Impact or the Indies and put New Japan Pro Wrestling. This man is holding a gauntlet of pro wrestling. He's holding the gauntlet. He's done it all. He's been in every major corporation besides WCW.
Yeah.
Like
and ECW.
Well, they don't exactly, and they don't exist though. You know what I'm saying? Like every major corporation to ever be on a TV show, he's been on it.
Since he got released from WWE, he just.
I read something that said he was the only person to ever be on Wrestle Kingdom, Slammiversary, Bound for Glory, and whatever AEW's big one is All Out or whatever, in a calendar year. In 365 days, he was on 4 major promotions, WrestleManias.
And a member of the Bullet Club.
Dude.
While starting AEW.
Yeah, while starting AEW. His own company he started. So, like, props to you, bro. Because you have the work ethic of a mule, dude.
Shout out to your props. That was good.
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah, he definitely, like, he could be able to snap his fingers and half of wrestling disappears because he's that good. Like, you can hate him, but you love to hate him.
I just like to see where he's at now. It feels like the deal he got is everything that he wanted, and I think he's in the right place. So.
And I do want to talk about, because he did clearly said he wants the title. He wants a title shot. He wants to come after the heavyweight title. But do you think Roman's really hurt? Because it did look like Brock really hurt him.
You seen him grab him by the neck and check on him? Yeah.
And it looked like Brock really twisted his arm out in the Kimura. And then especially when he got out with because this arm went right up. And this arm took a minute, and then it got up there. Like, it could be separated. And if it was separated, it's only a couple weeks I was reading. But if it's separated and there's a tear, it's like 6 to 8 months. And then you can't have a title, vacant title for 6 to 8 months.
I don't know, man. I hope
so,
not.
In my opinion, if he is really hurt, that's a great way for the tribal chief to lose the belt. He has to relinquish the title because of injury.
And then he comes back and takes what's back.
Exactly. I come back to reclaim my seat at the head of the table.
I like that angle. Let's hope it's not like that, but that'd be an ideal way,
because then he can shit talk Dusty Rhodes. My father was a legend. Your father was a legend. And then Roman Reigns wins. And then guess who shows up for WrestleMania next year?
Rock.
In Hollywood. Exactly.
Rock.
The head of the table.
Okay. Now
I got this thought out, bro. I've been thinking about this for weeks.
Do you want to talk about the situation going on?
Yes, we can talk about. We'll get into it a little bit. I don't want to.
Yeah, I don't want to
touch too much base on it because
it's a tough subject.
It's tough. It's like us as Browns fans.
MSK won the tag team titles over the weekend.
They did,
and then
what's her name?
Was it yesterday?
Kimberly.
Kimberly, prior to this, has been going on Twitter and putting out accusations of domestic abuse from Nash Carter, and deleted the tweets. When MSK won the titles, she was there saying that she stands by her man, and they're good, they're working on things, and then went back to accusing him, post some pictures. Next thing you know, Nash Carter was released yesterday, and NXT. I was going to ask you, what are they going to do with the titles now? Well, earlier this afternoon, NXT announced that they're relinquishing the titles, which I kind of expected, but I heard reports that he was not let go due to the allegations.
Yeah, right.
I heard that, I don't know if you've seen the picture going around the internet of him with his mustache shaved doing a Hitler sign.
I did see something about him doing a Hitler sign.
I've read multiple reports that is the reason why they let him go. So, Kimberly has now deleted her Twitter.
Yep, she's deleted her whole account, bro. Her whole account is gone.
And it's a tough situation. We don't, like I said, we don't want to really get into it. It's a very sensitive situation. I know a lot of people have been hurt by that, and I don't know.
Yeah, of course,
true.
yeah, you hope it's not true because, of course, you can't hit your female. You can't hit anybody. You're not supposed to lay your hands on anybody. You're not, none of that, dude. It's not, don't keep your fucking hands to yourself. Yeah. But, clearly you don't hit your significant other. You just don't do it. You don't do that kind of stuff. But it is kind of fishy, and I've seen multiple reports actually from, what's his name, Wesley, right? Yeah. from his girlfriend or wife or whatever.
Because Nash has been living with them for the past month.
That Kimberly was on her Twitter and she was like, I don't know her one bit. And then the wife's like, yeah, right, bitch. Here's pictures of us together at a party 2 weeks ago. Like you're holding me, like your arm is around me.
I will admit, like I'm not pointing fingers and choosing sides, but some of Kimber's actions
seems off about the whole scenario, and especially because of the way that she just came out. And like I agree, if I'm not saying that you don't take time to come out. You know, I understand that it could take time if something like that were to happen to you.
It's a tough thing to
gauge. I'm not passing any judgment. Please don't hate me for anything. Let's get off the subject before I say something that could possibly offend somebody, because I'm not very PC.
We don't want to. Yeah, we definitely want to offend anybody, but there are some things that she did that were kind of questionable. But we're not calling her a liar. We hope it's not true. But
I just hope the truth comes to light.
Yes.
And everybody is held accountable for their own actions.
I think WWE made the right decision.
Yeah, especially if he was throwing up Nazi salutes. Yeah. But then, you know, I can't say then again. Like, it's not like I'm trying to defend him again. How old is this picture, man? Like, was it a college picture? Was he in college? Like, I get it, he was trying to be a wrestler. Maybe he was in a frat party and he thought it was funny for Halloween or something. Dude, you know, we've all done dumb things. Like, so it's a hard thing to gauge. So I get it.
We'll leave it at that. Shout out to everyone who's been through domestic abuse and has had the courage to go forward and
give somebody a call and talk about it.
Yeah, don't be afraid to reach out. You're not alone.
Much respect to you.
You have a lot of support. Don't be afraid to do that. We're sorry you're going through everything you went through. But let's move on. AEW.
AEW was a great show this week.
It was. We had Samoa Joe, his AEW debut.
My man did a little
Max
dance.
Caster.
He cut a little gritty on it.
He's with it. He's for the streets.
For the streets. But Max Caster.
Hell of a pop.
Max Caster, for real though, filleted Samoa Joe on the microphone.
That was.
Like, I know that he won the match. Samoa Joe won the match in the Owen Hart Invitational. But before the match, Max Caster put him on a spit roaster, bro.
Yeah, he did.
Like, talked about him being injured and how when AEW was on.
Where's that towel? He needs to quit playing on himself.
Yeah, like, come on, man. He smoked him. It was great. But it was a solid,
but that's how you book Samoa Joe, man. He looked like a monster.
It was a solid little match. I'm not mad at all. Like you said, Samoa Joe looked like a monster.
I want to ask you what your thoughts on this whole Julia Hart, the Varsity Blondes.
I don't know. I think
you've seen under the eye patch, her face is getting black underneath it.
What if she gets the thing like what's her name had? Remember that chick, JBL's woman. Remember in the the boogeyman. Boogeyman ate it.
I really think it's gonna have some type of affiliation with the House of Black.
Oh, of course, yeah, of course she's gonna join the House of Black. Lil J's been saying that for months though. You know, and then once she got the eye patch, I kind of started agreeing with him because it reminded me of Aleister Black in WWE, and that was probably his call. Like, he probably pitched that to AEW, like, yo, let's put her in an eye patch, and then
should be the girl.
Yeah,
it's interesting though.
I don't know. House of Black definitely needs a female, but I'm loving Brody King. That's his name, right?
He's a monster.
Brody King, Blake. Is it Murphy? They're not calling him Murphy.
Yeah, it's Murphy.
Is it Murphy?
Yeah.
Oh, is it just Murphy? It's not Blake Murphy.
I think it's still Buddy.
Buddy Murphy. No, it's no.
Yeah.
Really? Anyways, I always want to call him by their WWE name, which is why
Malachi Black, formerly known as Aleister Black. I love the man.
Yeah, which is why I'm confused, but it's a great stable in my opinion.
Oh hell yeah! Next we had Wardlow coming out through the back, fighting security guards. I am excited for this. Eventually, he's going to get his hands on MJF, and it's going to be monstrous. Wardlow's finally getting the recognition he deserves. He's a face. He's hella over. How long do you think this is going to play out with Wardlow? And
I don't
MJF?
know. I need him to get. It's Buddy Matthews.
Buddy Matthews.
Buddy Matthews. So, I think him and what's the next pay-per-view for AEW? Revolution? No, they just did Revolution. Yeah. Double or nothing?
It's got to be all in.
All in or double or nothing?
I mean, all out. No, it might be double or nothing.
It might be double or nothing. It's got to be. They got to build up at least a couple weeks for him to get to double or nothing.
Agreed.
But of course, Wardlow has to win this match. And maybe this is like a John Cena getting destroyed by Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam type Wardlow destroys MJF. Like just monster destroys him, bro.
Because he's been on a warpath. Man,
just monster
I can't
destroys
wait for
him. It's got to be.
The whole card for the night was stacked, but the end of the show, FTR versus Bucks 2, was amazing.
What a show.
Dude, that was a
show between these guys.
FTR finally comes out with a dub.
Against the Bucks, which of course they needed.
You got to have a Robo Bowl match at this point.
Yeah.
We got to have FTR versus Bucks 3. Both titles were on the line, too.
Yep.
So
the Ring of Honor titles.
Yeah. That was good.
It was a great show. It was a great show on Wednesday.
Another AEW notes, Tony Khan did announce, he did confirm that the Ring of Honor roster is going to be made up of contracted AEW wrestlers as well as other stars that frequently work with them. So most of the people that were originally on Ring of Honor are no longer with them, unfortunately, and it's getting a lot of stuff for it.
Jonathan Gresham is still there. He's still the champ.
Yeah.
Who else is still there? There's a couple people that are still there.
Wheeler Yuta is the champ there. So that was good. But that was a bit about AEW for this week. NXT was pretty decent. There's some news coming up in there.
We had an NXT title change on Monday Night Raw.
Yes, we did. Braun Breaker finally won that. This is what I wanted to talk to you about. Braun Breaker won back the NXT title on Raw. And then NXT
I have the perfect
Toxic Attraction won back the NXT women's titles.
Not for Toxic Attraction, but I have the perfect excuse as to why Braun Breaker lost his WrestleMania match.
Well, and I also figured out, we have reports on why maybe that's why Toxic Attraction won again, and we'll get to that afterwards. But
do you want to know why I think Braun Breaker lost his WrestleMania match?
Because his dad.
Because he got a Hall of Fame moment. He got to induct. I said the same thing to Lil J. I was like, he's gonna lose, and because I watched the Hall of Fame, and then I didn't watch any Stand and Deliver, and me and Lil J watched it before night one at WrestleMania, and I was like, he's gonna lose because he got to induct his father into the Hall of Fame. You got a Hall of Fame moment the night before, bro. Sorry, you're giving this one to Dolph. You can have the title,
because they were planning. WWE was planning to give Dolph a long title reign, but Braun Breaker wins it and debuts the new NXT men's title, which is basically the same as the women's. You keep the black strap, but the X has a little color around it. I dig it. It looks good. We had a banger match last night that wasn't really hyped up that much for NXT UK. Isaac Dragunov went against Roderick Strong.
He's nasty. That was for the NXT UK title, right? Yeah. Dragunov retained, but it was a fucking banger. He's nasty though. I loved Ilya Dragunov ever since he fought Walter. Yep. That's where I fell in love with that guy.
Which Walter and Marcel?
You mean Gunther and Ludwig?
Yeah, they're getting moved up potentially. Marcel's name is changing.
Oh no, he's getting moved up. It's here. Yeah, it's on Twitter. Yeah,
I think I'm almost positive he debuted tonight.
Meet Ludwig.
Yeah, so it's Gunther and Ludwig now, which is stupid.
There's just whatever.
But
man.
there's also there's also rumblings that there's going to be a few more call-ups, which is Raquel Gonzalez, which kind of explains why Toxic Attraction regained the titles, and another one, LA Knight.
Whatever.
But they're saying if LA Knight gets called up, it's going to be for a manager's position.
Okay. He's probably hurt. He's probably hurt. He's old, man. LA Knight's old.
He's got a bang mouthpiece, though. That dude can talk.
Exactly.
So I think that'd be a good move. It's a little weird, but... No, did you see the reports of what Randy Orton said on Pat McAfee's show about NXT wrestlers?
No, but you were talking to me about it earlier. I need to start watching Pat McAfee, apparently.
I got the full quote here, and I want to know your thoughts on it. So Randy Orton commented on Pat McAfee's show saying, "There's an art to what we do, and a lot of guys have lost that art. Now instead of selling a punch because you need to sell a punch, now I'm protecting myself because I don't want to get my fucking jaw broken. That's unfortunate, but the art of pro wrestling, like when Vince was on, he talked about your number one priority above all is protecting your opponent. That's not taught necessarily in NXT. And I know that because I've been in the ring with guys that came from NXT, and they don't know what the fuck they're doing. It's unfortunate, but I think that is just kind of how things are changing.
I mean, and he's got to be careful with saying shit like that, because do you remember when The Undertaker was talking shit? They tried to cancel The Undertaker.
Yeah.
The Undertaker's like Eminem. He's the GOAT. And you can't cancel him. But Undertaker said the same kind of shit, basically.
Pardon my language, but
he said,
word for word.
He said that wrestlers these days were soft. And, like, so of course they're not paying attention. And, I mean, I can't attest to everybody, but I can attest to some younger people that I've worked with. They don't pay attention anymore, man. They don't, you know, so I'm not hating on anybody in particular, but in my experience, a generation younger than me, maybe 2 generations younger than me, they don't pay any attention. Everything's so focused on everything else that, like, so at NXT, they can't train them the same way because they're not paying attention.
Well, you also got to remember NXT and what WWE is recruiting is now. They're not looking for indie wrestlers who have experience and athletes.
Yeah.
Which is...
Gable Stevenson. Like, I get it. He's a wrestler, like a Kurt Angle style wrestler, but he can't punch me in the face. Like, he doesn't know how to fake punch me. Like, he doesn't know how to sell that punch. Whereas Randy Orton, a seasoned veteran who's been doing this for 20 years, 30 years, can sell that punch. And, like, if you've ever been to a wrestling match, we all know that wrestling is scripted, and of course they don't really punch each other in the face 47 times. Sometimes you catch a receipt or something like that, yeah. But not every time, and it's open fists, etc., 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 blase, blase, blase. But if an NXT wrestler's coming in and he's straight just throwing haymakers because he doesn't, like, I could see that from people like Rhonda, though. Like, I'm not even trying to joke. Like, I could see Rhonda coming in and just trying to knock Charlotte out, dude. She did. She, like, went in, and when she got to throwing them body shots, it looked like she was really punching Charlotte.
Rhonda takes it personally with, like, the whole talking shit to each other.
Agreed.
Like, I think that's her issue of where she's at now. She's taking it personal, and she's not separating from business. Like, you know, but there has been reports that NXT stars have been told to lay it on them.
Yeah.
When they're in the ring.
Everybody's out there trying to catch that John Cena moment. That, you know, ruthless aggression.
Yeah. Well,
I don't get it, dude. It's whatever.
No. But that's what we have for NXT. Let's end things up with some rumors and news around the ring. Carmella and Corey Graves just got married.
Woohoo!
Congrats to you guys. This weekend, Alexa Bliss and Ryan Cabrera are getting married in a private ceremony.
Alexa Bliss?
Yep.
Oh, man.
Alexa and Ryan are
she's
getting
off
married
the market,
this
bro.
Weekend. I mentioned earlier Cody is the top WWE merch seller.
Yup.
Not surprised. Kurt Angle on his podcast announced that he is having double knee replacement surgery.
Holy crap. He's not going to be able to walk.
That's tough, and I imagine...
Yeah, because I had knee surgery, and it is not fun. It's not fun. I couldn't walk for a good 3-4 weeks. Had to have help getting in and out of the shower, and he's having double knee surgery?
Yeah, double.
So, like, phew, I can't even imagine.
I'm assuming his in-ring work is done.
Not, yeah, I mean,
I know he's probably a star. A lot of these stars are, and they still want to keep chasing it, but we just hope you have a speedy recovery, man, and everything goes good. Yeah, it's sad to hear that. Another injury-wise, Layla Hirsch was injured. She injured her knee last night, dark taping, and
I just want to
get carried off.
I did just want to show you something share something that I found the other day. Every member of the Main Event Mafia from TNA is in the Hall of Fame now.
Really?
Sting, Kurt Angle, Kevin Nash, Booker T, Scott Steiner, and Queen Sharmell. All 6 members of what made up the stable, the Main Event Mafia, in another company, are all enshrined in the Hall of Fame now.
That's cool.
That is pretty cool.
Before we head out of here, bro, I want to ask you one thing, and I forgot to bring this up earlier. Ezekiel. What the fuck? Ezekiel.
Dude, I don't even know what to think about Elias at this point. Like, I don't like...
Kevin Owens' reaction was everything.
Like... I think my favorite thing that I saw about it was somebody had imposed like just 2 of their pictures, and they did the eyeballs in the mouth thing over their faces, and they're like, "What's your name, Tony? What's your name, Ezekiel?" And it was like, come on, dude. He looks ridiculous.
So we actually, I think I talked about it last week. I was like, "What's up with Elias?"
He looked ridiculous.
Elias, sorry,
but
Elias died.
But
so his younger brother is what they're going with now.
Yeah,
because Elias is missing.
But what my thing is here,
bald face, Ezekiel. Holy shit.
Elias, do you know
it's so bad
why they made him shave?
Why?
Who did Elias look like? Main eventer, dude. That was Seth Rollins 2.0. Yeah. That was the great value version of Seth Rollins, dude, with the long hair and the beard.
He had a nice beard, though.
He did have a nice beard, but in the ring, they both wore just pants, no shirt. Yeah. Like, they looked eerily similar. Am I okay with the fact that they shaved this man completely baby-faced?
Dude.
Hell no, because it looks like even he hasn't seen his face in 20 years. Like, he just walked out, looked pissed. Like, this is stupid. I look dumb.
Yeah.
Like,
he's wearing some underwear.
He's got pink tights on, like just underwear tights, briefs.
He cut his hair shorter. It's down to his shoulders.
It's got like a floof. I was gonna say it's got like a floof in the back.
Dude's completely bald in the face. Looks dumb as shit.
I can't.
Look, go back and watch it if you have an opportunity. Look on YouTube. I'm sure you can find it anywhere. Kevin Owens' face, his reaction to the whole thing. Is exactly how I feel.
I like the fact that Matt Cardona just tweeted out, "My wedding party explodes this Monday on Raw." So next Monday on Raw, it's going to be Cody Rhodes versus The Miz on Raw, both of whom were in Matt Cardona's wedding party as groomsmen.
Shout out to Matt Cardona, though.
Yeah, shout out. Matt Cardona is winning right now, bro. He is winning at life.
I think of anybody that was released by WWE, he is just...
He's doing the best. I mean, I'm sure Cody Rhodes started his own company, but he also had help from the Bucks and Kenny Omega. For just doing his own thing, Matt Cardona's killing it, bro.
And he's proven he could have been a main eventer.
Long Island IZ, baby. I love it. I love Long Island IZ.
Well, that being said, I had to bring up the Ezekiel shit, but that's all I got for tonight. That's all we got for tonight.
I don't have anything else for the night. I do want to touch real quick. This episode will be dropped on Saturday, April 9th. Yep, April 9th. So 7 days from the time that you're listening to this, we will be at Chaparral's in Akron, Ohio for OCW Tradition. We have so much going on. I'm not going to get into it because that'll take another 30, 40 minutes. But we got a dog collar match. We got a brass ring gauntlet match. We got a over the top battle royal match that was just actually announced.
If you follow us on Twitter, we retweeted the list of entrants.
Yeah.
The breaking news that was released tonight.
And this show just keeps getting bigger and bigger and better and better every time we turn around. 1 week away, step up. You don't want to miss this. Come hang out and check us out. I don't have anything. I do have one other quick OCW announcement. After Tradition, Madman Fulton's coming.
Yeah.
To OCW. So Madman Fulton will be in OCW as well. I'm really excited about that because as the ring camera guy, I might actually get to meet him and shake his hand. So that's pretty freaking cool.
Another potential thing the Speedy Boys could be going to. Control Your Narrative announcer coming to Cleveland.
Yes, Control Your Narrative. Which real quick, I want to talk to you about
that. Killer Cross.
FKA known as Braun Strowman. And Killer Cross, let's talk about him because he looks weird as hell too.
Oh my God. With
hair and no beard. So he was used to having no hair, beard.
And then you got Braun's weird ass haircut.
And then you got Braun with the Hawk, Legion of Doom Hawk double mohawks.
Yeah, it's like a mix between that and Fire Tuck.
But my thing is, when Braun was in WWE, dude, he ripped open indie wrestling and shit down its throat. And now that's basically what he's doing because CYN is basically in your high school gyms around you. They are not
be at the Odeon.
Yeah, the Odeon. Which if you're, I got a couple friends that listen to this from around the country. Yeah, I'm not dogging it at all. But if you're not familiar with us in the Cleveland area, the Odeon is a concert club.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's a big venue. It's not a sports arena. It's a tiny venue. They're probably going to get 500 people in their max, and it's
Tickets are $25.
Yeah, like tickets are $25, dude. You shit on indie wrestlers, and now indie wrestlers are putting food on your fucking plate. Like, it's just I don't know.
Maybe he had to change of heart.
Maybe he better have.
People can.
He better have.
I don't know.
But on that note, I just want to let me go ahead and raise this one more time.
I'm not acknowledging you.
Acknowledge me.
Nope. With that being said, we're out of here.
Nope.
We'll see you next Friday. I'm coming for that belt.
It's mine.
Be good. Follow us on Twitter. Follow Believeland Media LLC on Twitter as well. Check us out on YouTube, Apple, Spotify, Amazon, Google Podcasts, everything.
Everything.
Show us some love. Show the rest of the Believeland Media lineup some love. We got plenty of everything for everybody. So we'll see you guys next week. Be good. Peace.